Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to another Define on TikTok Live with myself, Caitlin. I am here today to host our weekly Plan With Me, which is what we do every Monday right here on TikTok Live at 11 a.m. Eastern. And we are going to get ready for the week ahead. How was everyone's weekend? I hope you had an amazing 4th. And I'm going to be using our Define planner here today. And if anything comes up, you guys, if there's anything you want me to go over, just let me know. Hey, Alicia. Good morning. Happy Monday. Hey, Jenna. Now, our theme for today is seashells, which is actually perfect because first I'll show you the doodles that I gathered, but this is a great theme this is the one we'll be using a lot of. This theme works great because this week we're focusing on our health and wellness, specifically by establishing consistent AM and PM routines. That way we can wake up at an earlier time feeling ready for the day ahead. So seashells feel that calming, peaceful energy too. Hey, Kay. My weekend was lovely. How was yours? It was very relaxing and low-key, which was much needed. Hey, Keisha. I also grabbed the pearl. I thought this would be cool, but I really am going to just grab the pearl, I think, from this, but we'll see where time takes us. Sometimes you never know. Now let's dive in. What was one thing that you guys really enjoyed this weekend? Let me know what you guys did. I am going to start, and I'm actually going to head and pin I like to pin the stickers as I'm using them for you guys, so it's a little easier. Dive in, but I love that, Kay. I didn't even think of that. And you know I love a good pun. And this is going to go swimmingly. How many puns can we make for seashells today? Maybe we should keep track. That can be a good goal. I love it. I'm going to grab the purposeful planning sticker and we're going to take a look back at our monthly calendar because this month we talked a lot about this, and from you guys, we focused on health and wellness and specifically through our consistent AM, PM routine. So that way we wake up earlier and feel more prepared for the week ahead, or for the day, excuse me. And then our monthly action items, which will carry over as well. Good morning, Shauna. Good morning, Casey. I know your birthday is tomorrow, so happy early birthday. We'll be writing it in. Kay asked, how was my weekend? Amazing. So relaxing. Had a lovely low-key weekend. Jenna, your sister is in town, so we went thrifting. Ooh, did you get anything good? I'm going to do a few things today that might be a little different than what we do normally. I thought it would be cool to really focus on the pastel colors and then just have a black pen and a red pen. That way we can really let the plan speak for themselves. So I'm going to add in our health and wellness pathway. Ooh, you got lots of good books. Wait, did you go thrifting the other day too and get a lot of good books? Or am I getting in a leather bag? Oh, so cute. Then we're going to carry over. Okay, I was like, wait, I remember, this is giving me deja vu. Then we're going to carry over down here. I'm going to highlight it in, I'm thinking we do like a nice light pastel theme. So I'm actually going to do one thing. I want to just go back and highlight this too. Oh, wait, that matches. I actually did not realize that. Good morning, Angela. How are you? And then right over here, I'm going to this is really just so it adds a little extra pop of color. I think it's a fun way to personalize it. Oh my gosh, Erica, it's your birthday? Happy birthday. I did not have that on our list. I'll have to add it now. So today is the 6th, a big birthday week. And I'm just going to write your username. Happy birthday. Yes, I got it, Shauna. Thank you so much. And Jenna said, I've gone a lot over the past week or two. I found the best finds lately. That is such a good feeling. That's so exciting. That honestly is that's not easy. It's hard to get. It's hard. I'll be adding the birthdays in a little bit. I like to start off with the goals and then the sidebars, and then we tackle the weekly. So in the weekly's, birthdays will be added. But before we even do that, let's start off with our monthly action items. I am going to do one of these seashells. I'm trying to decide if I want to take back. No, we're going to keep with the black pen. I think that this could work. I think it could be a cool way to kind of keep this week simple and really focusing on the goals at hand. So many brand new items, Jenna said. What was like your favorite that you got? Which shell should we do? I'm thinking we actually keep it simple. I like this one. It seems easier to draw. So for this, I'm just going to grab my black Sharpie pen. And how many monthly action items did I write? 4. So I'm going to do, I'm not going to do 4 shells. I think that could be a little hard, but I'm going to just do 1 over here. So let me go. We're going to start by drawing it. I don't know what you would call this shape, but like a rounded triangle almost. Then we are going to add in a little expansion, followed by a little rounded rectangle on the top. Are you guys doing a seashell theme to do today? Oh, you got a leather bag. Retail is $2.50. You got it for $3? Whoa. Oh my gosh, that is the find of a century. I feel like I never have that good of luck with it all. Then I'm going to highlight it or color it in. And for this one, good morning, Cindy. I think we should do a nice, what color is this? This is a coral pink. A leather bag. So she got a leather bag while thrifting, Marley. Ooh, Kay is trying the all blue theme. Shout out to Jenna for that. Ooh, you guys, yes, I know Jenna is a huge Swiftie. Were you following the wedding this weekend? Yeah, isn't that crazy? Marley said, oh, wow, to the bag. That's insane. Okay. Then we're going to grab our... Hey, Lena, good morning. And you guys, just as a reminder, you don't have to be using your Define Planner to tune in every Monday with us. This is something we do every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern on TikTok Live, and it's a great opportunity to give yourself 1 hour dedicated to planning. It holds you accountable no matter what planner you're using, so I encourage you guys to make sure you all are following and joining us on a weekly basis. And right now, I'm going to carry over our weekly action items. I'm going to number them. So the first is to be in bed by 10, which I might switch up the order that I transfer these over in. No, we'll keep them. So the first is going to be in bed by 10. It doesn't mean asleep, it just means in bed. And again, the reason we're doing this is because we are trying to make progress on our umbrella goal of developing consistent AM and PM routines that help us wake up earlier and feel more prepared for the day. So we are going to write out our different action items, and then we'll break them down into weekly action items. Oh, Jenna said that the Taylor Swift wedding is on her favorite moments for July. That makes sense. What was your favorite? Was there anything that like stood out to you? So we're also then going to write no screens after 9:30 on weeknights. No screens after 9:30 on weeknights. Then we're going to add in a morning walk. Followed by our last monthly action item, which is light movement at night. Now, the beauty of this goal planning system is that you are breaking down goals on a monthly and weekly basis, so you are actually making consistent progress. That is the key and the power of this system. Good morning, Nakia. Oh, and Jenna liked their outfits. Ooh. Light movement at night. Now, to break these down, we want to ask ourselves, what can we do okay, you guys, we are not going to fight over this. It's okay. We are going to have weekly action items, and this is where we then ask ourselves, what can we do each week to get here? So this is for us because we are trying to make it so our goal this week is to really have a consistent wake up routine. So we are going to start, there's a lot of people in this community that are having a hard time sticking to their AM and PM routines to wake up earlier. And so this is going to be something that we do every night. So that way we can get up earlier in the morning. So this is going to be then our weekly action items. Now, if we want to be in bed by 10, not asleep, just like you're relaxed, you're ready to wind down, we are going to start our bedtime routine at 9. Jenna said, I wrote fitness, but I'm switching back to health and fitness. Oh, what are you going to be focusing on in particular? So this is going to be start bedtime. And then no screens after 9:30 on weeknights. So what that means is we will put our phone away from us at 9:30. So plug in phone. How do I want to word this? Away from, in the same room, just because I don't think anyone would not want it in their room. But Jenna said, wellness, LOL, I need consistency with strength and flexibility. Okay, and how are you going to do that? And then the morning walk. Now for this, we need to do it. We're going to start with focusing on getting it in certain amounts each week. So Ashley, you know what I'm thinking? No, I'm going to change that. We are going to go for a morning walk at a certain time each day. So 5 days, we'll start with 4 days. How does that sound? 4 days, walk at 7. That way you have a reason to get up and out of bed. It keeps you consistent with that movement. And then light movement at night will be 5 to 10 minutes of stretching before bed. Just like that light movement to kind of wind yourself down. I'm picturing like a yoga stretching, nothing like too intense. Then what we're going to do, oh no, Kay started on the wrong week. That is the worst. Did you get really far? Jenna said, set an exact daily time to do it. Perfect. That is what I like to hear. And you could also habit stack too. So if you need to do that strength, pair it up with something either you already do every day, like maybe there's a certain time that works. Then we're going to go over here to the sidebar. And the quote this week is, don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. And for our affirmation, I'm going to go ahead and grab those affirmation stickers. And I want to grab, there's 7 different categories we can choose from. Let me know what your affirmation is in the chat. Our theme this week is seashells, but I really want to focus on that reminder of if we want to wake up at a certain time, we can. We got this. So let's pull from the confidence sheet. If I think I can, I can. Oh, that's going to be so fun, Shauna. Shauna said, my sister and I are going to California to see her son and wife. I need beach time for myself. Yes, that's going to be so nice. We're going to put this right over here. Then we're going to add our to-dos for the week. So what has to get done? What are those top priorities for the week? It's always helpful to flip back to your monthly calendar too and see what your important tasks were. I did this, so that's exciting. So we are going to write Then we are going to add in any projects that we want to work on. These can be a lot of different things. I like to look back again at that monthly calendar, see what we wrote down, if there's anything we want to make sure gets scheduled as a specific project. Like, for example, maybe it's classes with Caitlin. Hey, Grains, happy Independence Day. I hope you had an amazing weekend. I'm going to write classes with Caitlin. And I'm going to write my book nook because I really want to make progress on that. I haven't worked on it in a while. Cindy said I added something to my favorite moments as well beside Kenji's first 4th of July. What did you add? Then we're going to add in work reminders and personal reminders. I like to highlight these just because I think it adds a little nice color scheme to it. So I'm just going to highlight these. And our meal planning. Then you're going to write in, again, those work reminders and personal reminders. Then let's take a look back. Beautiful. Cindy said, I was serving on Saturday morning at my job and one of the Golden Knights players came in. Wait, that's so cool. You got to serve William Karlsson? Oh, that's amazing. How was that? Oh my gosh, such a good question, Jenna. Let's take a look. Let me grab that daily flip calendar. So if you can already believe it, it is July 6th. Wow. Be present for the moments that matter. Wait, I love this pattern too. Oh my gosh, Cindy, that's so cool. Wait, you have the mini photo printer. You'll have to print it out and add it to that favorite moments. Right? This is such a good quote. Be present for the moments that matter. That is so good. I love that. That's huge. So that's the daily flip. Oh my gosh, obsessed. The quotes always hit so amazingly. It's crazy. Then we're going to do the meal planning. And this is where I do encourage you guys to start having a system for your meal planning, meaning maybe one day a week, it's the same time every week. You are able to sit down, write a grocery list, come up with your meals for the week, and then schedule in time in your weekly calendar to get the ingredients that you need. So Sunday, we're just going to go day by day. Nothing too crazy. And then now we can add in all of our plans for this week, including our weekly action items. Hey, Katrina. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Kayla. So what we're going to start with is the birthdays, because we have 2 big birthdays in the community this week. We have 3 actually, because now I'm just going to add in Erica's birthday here now that it was today, right? Yeah, at Erica B-Day. And Lucy's daughter, Scarlett, turns 1 on Thursday, and I just like to document these things. I think it's a great way to celebrate everyone in the community. And for this, we could do a little seashell, or a starfish, depending on our vibe. But I think we could do this one. I want it to be different than this one because this, I don't know which style you would call this one, but this seashell we'll keep for our weekly action items. So let's go ahead and grab this one for the non-weekly action items. And by that one, I actually meant this one. I thought that they were the same thing. Actually, this one might be a little easier, so we're going to go with that one. And I'm just going to go ahead and add in those 3 birthdays. I always add in the birthdays to the morning boxes. That way it's the first thing I see. So I'm just going to, again, grab my Sharpie pen, my favorite pen. And we are going to keep this simple because that's going to make it easy to repeat. Just like this. Okay. And then before you draw in the lines, we are going to color in the seashell. I find it a little easier. So we will do let's do a yellow, green one. This one's cute. Jenna said, this theme is a continuation of my last week's theme, and I love that for me. Oh, that's so exciting. I didn't even realize that. Oh my gosh, you're right. Maybe I subconsciously knew that because I did not realize that. Then we're going to go ahead and add in the lines. This is so cute. Little seashell. And then I'm going to grab the black Pilot G2 pen and write Erica's B-Day. Perfect. And then we're just going to do this for tomorrow as well because tomorrow's Casey's. Big birthday week. And what I love is that it's okay if they don't look identical. We'll do our best, but it's okay if they're not identical. It's kind of like snowflakes. I feel like they're not exactly the same. But this little color here is going to keep that color consistency. Are you doing anything special for your birthday? And then we got to mark in Scarlett turning 1, which is so special. I feel like I should have done it like this, but too late now. Oopsie. Okay, that one did not come out so cute, but dinner with your family and your best friend. That's so sweet. Your brother stayed with you last week, and this week you're taking off to relax. What a lovely time. That's so great. Enjoy it. I feel like this is a big vacation week for people. And then this one, it'll be, I'm going to write at Lucy, daughter. Turns 1. You're watching Christmas, Shauna's watching Christmas in July, Hallmark Channel movies, and hot chocolate plus Christmas cookies. Wow, you are really getting into Christmas in July. Megan said, do I do this every day? So this is something that we do every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern to get ready for the week ahead. So this is our weekly plan with me. And then I'm actually just going to separate this out by drawing a little line. Then we are going to, and welcome to the Defined community, everyone. If you are new here, this is our Defined planner, and we do so many different things together on TikTok Live. Starting July 14th, we'll actually be beginning our July classes with Caitlin, where twice a week, we go over how to set up section 1 of your Defined planner. We'll have a vision board night. We'll have all of section 1 filled out. So by the end of these, you are ready to enter August with intention. So there is a lot that goes on here. We also have book club on July 30th, where we are coming together to discuss The Divorce by Frida McFadden. So make sure you guys are tuned into everything. Register for the TikTok Live events in our profile so you get notified when we go live, following for all the updates. It is such a beautiful community here. Now, the next thing I like to do is we are going to write in on the morning and the evenings our routines. So let's start off. We're really focusing on those weeknights this week. And I'm going to start off with adding in our weekly action items. So we're going to start our bedtime routine by 9, but then we're going to be more specific about what that is. Cindy's affirmation is like a seashell. I am uniquely shaped by life's tides. So let's see. I'm going to start. I love that affirmation. I think we should start with the evening. So let's do this. we're just going to do, oops, whoa, sorry about that. Just like that. So this is going to be our evening routine. And I'm going to take up a lot of the evening box because this is really our priority. So I want this to stand out and be easy to track. And I'm going to do a little time blocking here. I think that's going to make sure that we are more consistent with what we're working on. So if our bedtime routine is going to start at 9, give or take, I think it's okay to, like, if it ends up happening at 9:10, like, that's okay. It's just going to be about making, that's why we want to leave enough space in between, because life does happen. Things do come up. And you'll see what I mean. So let me write evening routine. So what we're going to write here is, I think, again, 9 o'clock, that's our start time. So what we want to do at 9 o'clock is a light reset. Now, how did we go about choosing a light reset? If we want to make sure that we are waking up feeling more prepared for the day, then you have to do something the night before to give you this feeling. So this is going to be a light reset. That could mean different things depending on what you need, for example, but overall, it is going to be one thing that will make tomorrow easier. Whether that means whether that means cleaning up a workspace, tidying up the sink, all those different things that just, so when you wake up, you feel a little more ready for the day and more at ease. Does that make sense? So I'm going to call this a light reset. Then, how is everyone's planning session going? Are you guys feeling good about what's happening? Are you following along? Is it all making sense? We're going to have that 9 o'clock light reset. And then I don't want it to take too long. So I only want these things to be like short and quick. So tidying dishes, we don't want things to take up too much time at this time of night. So 9 o'clock will be the light reset. That will be something that can be like 10 minutes long. 9:10, we're going to prep. Putting out clothes for tomorrow, filling up a water bottle, packing our lunches. Angela's copying the seashells. I'm so glad. You guys will have to send me your weekly planner spreads this week. I always ask you guys share your weekly planner spreads by Friday at noon. That way I can post a video Saturday night at 6 p.m. Eastern that shares all the amazing spreads that we get. So 9:10 will be prep. And then 9:20, we're just going to do that nice calming movement. I'm picturing like the cat-cow poses, a little downward dog. Hey, Natalie, that's a good idea. Like reset and pre-planning for the next morning. Exactly. You nailed it. I'm going to call this light movement, but in parentheses, like a little yoga stretch. And that's not going to be long. I just wanted to look up one thing, trying to see time-wise how 9:20, and then 9:30, we want those screens away. So we'll put our screens away at 9:30. And then we're going to 9:35. That way we have our 5 to 10 minutes of the calming stretch. So I'm just planning this out, 9:20 to 9:30, 9:35, because 9:35 will be our wind down. And for that, I'm thinking skincare, reading, journaling, whatever you need to do. And then at 10 o'clock, I want us all to be in bed or whatever. Again, you can adjust this for whatever time frame you would like to work with. Oh, and I just saw your comment, Megan. Megan said, is it okay if it's not this planner? Yes, go ahead and send it in anyway. Skincare. How does that sound to everyone? Do we all feel like this makes sense? I feel like this routine is something that we can all do, and it's going to allow us that opportunity to really wake up the next day feeling more prepared and consistent. Now, at the same time, I also want to talk about the morning routine. I didn't do Monday because we're taking the time now to get ready. So we're going to start up with the Monday morning routine. I've thought a lot about this because, oh, Natalie said I'll have to do all that later because my kids wind down first and then you can do mine after. Yes, that's beautiful. And so I wanted you guys to kind of take this idea and adjust it, whether or not that's 10 to 11 for you. And then the whole point being we can wake up consistently at the same time each day. Angela said that's a good wind down. Okay, I'm glad that this sounds like something you guys could do too, because that's what it's all about. Which I've thought a lot about how we want to make sure that we are not overdoing it with our weekly action items. Because in order to reach this goal, we don't want to overstart it, right? This is the first week of doing this specific goal. So what could we do then in the morning that sounds realistic and attainable? Well, let's keep it simple. Let's set up our time for waking up, breakfast, and morning walk. And then get ready. That way we can do it easily and consistently. And I'm going to keep this the same color because that's going to keep that consistency visibility-wise. And what we're going to do is, this will be morning. Perfect. So now we have to ask ourselves, well, I would go backwards here. So see, actually, I take that back. We want to go forwards because the whole point of this is to wake up at that consistent time each day. So depending on what that time is for you, I want you to adapt accordingly. I'm going to have this be a 6:15 wake up. Actually, let's do 6:30 this week. I changed my mind. And then by the end of this month, I'm hoping we have it be around 6:15, 6 o'clock. So it's all about adapting. Hey, Sonia, good morning. I hope you had an amazing weekend. On Tuesday, Shauna has journaling questions, and in the evening, reading at 5 p.m. Amazing. Hey, Susan. So we'll have this be our wake up. And then I wanted something that's going to help us to just jump out of bed. And for us, that's going to be that morning walk. That really does motivate you to want to wake up. You could either eat before or after. I like to have a quick bite before. So I'm going to do the 6:30 wake up, and then by 6:40, I'll be eating my breakfast. And then that would mean our walk could be at 7. Hey, Jenna, you had to step away. What did you miss? We are currently adding in our evening routines and our morning routines. So we're following this process, breaking it down. That's really what we've been talking about. And now we get to continue it into our morning, afternoon, and evening boxes. Sonia said, look at me finishing my workout just in time to fill in my planner. You go, girl. Literally aligning with our goal this week of getting that morning movement in. It's like you got a head start. I love it. And I'm just going to draw these seashells in every night. And I want you to keep in mind that when it comes to these, you might have to adapt. Jenna said, I love the time breakdown. That's exactly what I was thinking I needed for mine this week. Amazing. In a particular, like evening, morning. My biggest tip with the time breakdown is to just make sure that it's realistic. And you might have to adapt it as you go on, because you might find that maybe you were a little over ambitious. That tends to happen sometimes. Or maybe you were under ambitious. Like maybe you were like, oh, you know what? I'm going to start off easy, see how it goes. And then you actually adjust throughout the week. That is another option. I'm going to pre-write it all out, but you never know. You can always white things out as time goes on. Morning and evening for Jenna. That's the beauty of this. Is that it really is so adaptable for whatever your goal is. I don't know why I did it in this pen. I don't like this one for it. Thank you, Nakia, for sharing this. And then we're just going to wrap up this component. This week, we wanted to really make sure that we were spending a lot of time prioritizing our weekly action items. Some weeks they'll take a little longer to add in. Some will be a little quicker. Then we are going to carry this over on a nightly basis. Especially in the beginning, as you're starting off this routine, it's helpful to rewrite it every day. That way you start to familiarize yourself with it, and over time, you're going to naturally find yourself doing it. That's what's so cool about it. That's why I love this process. And you want to make sure, again, I'm always going to remind you guys to be extra intentional with your time blocking. The reason we use the morning, afternoon, evening is that it does give you that option. It gives you structure without overwhelming. So you can add in your own time blocks if that's how you want to plan. Some days you might not want to. That's okay. Just make sure you're giving yourself enough time. That's my biggest piece of advice. And then 10 o'clock in bed. I also don't want to forget to write this in. Are you guys doing anything fun this week? Anything you are looking forward to? Evening routine. You're seeing Evanescence. Oh, I haven't heard of that. How is it? Or what's it about? Pool day with your kids this weekend. Oh, wait, that's going to be so fun. There's nothing better than a pool day. Cindy said, I have the book. Oh, you co-host it. Wait, that's so exciting. What book is this month's pick? Angela has a pretty mellow week, going to focus on workouts and meal planning. Ooh, wait, you guys have such fun activities happening. Oh my gosh, I thought it was a movie, Kay. Oh, wow, there's a lot happening this week. Natalie's also going to a concert. I thought you meant, yes, I did think that Evanescence was a movie. My bad. Allie said, I have an outdoor wedding in South Louisiana on Saturday, and it's 103 with high humidity. Yikes. Legends and Lattes. Ooh. Now that's an ideal title. I'm just going to keep writing this in as well. That's going to be so fun. Wow, you guys have big weeks ahead. I love that. And wake up. Okay, 6:40, breakfast. 7 o'clock, walk. Okay. Hiking and trails, riding with your trainer. Ooh, love that. Great question, Kay. I have nothing too exciting. But who knows where the wind will take us, you know? Maybe I can go rollerblading one night. That would be fun. Ooh. We're going to schedule that in. We got to do that. Your brother-in-law is getting married next weekend, said Natalie. Oh, that's so exciting. That's going to be a time. That's going to be a busy weekend. Do you have a lot that you have to do for it? And then once we're done this, we'll add in our live schedule and any other personal plans that we have. Instead of the beach, I did a pool day, which was so nice. Thanks for asking, Shauna. I didn't want to go because I knew it would be mobbed, so I went to a pool, which was perfect. Exactly what I wanted. Prep. So here we're just going to rewrite these, and then we'll be able to move on. $9.35. Now another option is you could start it with like a couple days, and then you can adjust if you need to. I'm hoping to follow through with this on a weekly basis and adjust weekly. That's usually how I like to go about things. Let me see. Natalie said girls will be part of the Flower Girls, so we're getting hair and nails done. Oh, how fun. That's so special. Angela said, I definitely need a pool this week. Colorado will be in triple digits at the end of the week. That is insanity. Kay said, Blaze is healing very nicely. Oh, I'm so excited. That's so great. Oh, no, you're in a drought? You haven't, oh, man, that's awful. Same in Utah. Oof. Oh, hey, Kimmy. Morning. I missed most of these. Oh, we got to blame silly meetings. They're just getting in the way. Right now, we've been adding in our routines. We'll be spending the weekend indoors. I can't say I blame you. Okay. Great. On to the last one. I know this one always takes a little bit, but it's worth it. You want to swim, but you don't want to be fined for filling the pool? No, we don't want you to get fined. That would not be good. Not worth it, honestly. Kimmy said, I'm adding in a new habits to stack and add. I did not miss one day last month. Time to add more. That is so incredible. That's huge. What can I ask what you're adding? Kay said, you right. I can't support it, you know. Then we are going to add in, perfect. Oh my gosh, the last one. Then what we get to do is add in our live schedule. So let me just go ahead and make sure I have this all ready to go. Beautiful. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take a different seashell. Let's see how this one would look. We're going to do this blue one. And this is going to be where we write our live schedules. So I'm going to take my black Sharpie pen. And of course, we'll start with actually last night's. I like to go back and just document. Okay. Kimmy said for her habit stacking, 20 minutes of cleaning and daily checks to your planner and nightly reading / crocheting. Too much yarn piling up. Then Hold on, sorry you guys, I was just adjusting something on my screen so I can read it. There we go. Oh, Kimmy said, yes, it is true. 28 days creates a habit. I do it automatically now. I'm so pleased. That is why habit stacking really does work, is that consistency. Jenna said, I'm going to a party with some NA. I don't know what that means. I have not. I've heard a lot of good things about that, though. Kay asked if we've done Artist Way. What I'm going to do is actually just draw the seashells, and then I'll go in and add the actual times. Ah, some Y. Oh, okay. Jenna's going to see some housewives, it sounds like, or Secret Lives. Or both. You'll have to report back. Give us all the goss. I made this one a little too big, but that's okay. Oh my gosh. That's going to be so fun, Jenna. I'm also then... So here we're going to add in one more. And I'm going to make this one bigger just because I can. That's good enough reason for me. That's going to be... Ooh, I can't wait to hear about it, Jenna. Wednesday as well. I messed this up. Hold on. There we go. And then Kimmy asked, is this the only live today? I might be back on the afternoon, actually. I don't have a set time yet, but you might be seeing me back on here later. For this one, we're going to color it blue because I love blue. And then I'm just going to keep this going. I should probably use the other end so I don't wear this tip out. Proud of you, Shauna. That's exciting. Shauna said that she's going to be going to the store by herself to work on living independently. That's huge. Then I'm going to add in Jenna said, I'm not up to their caliber, but I will mingle a little and report back minus names. Yay, I can't wait to hear. Wait, when is the party? And yay, Cindy said I got the message that my planner shipped. Oh, that's so exciting. I don't know why I put this. Ooh, Saturday. Okay, can't wait to hear about it. Okay, and then, yes. So we will be, this is right here. For the plan with me's, I do always use a mid-year planner. And no, I do one for our TikTok lives. That way we can set this up together. And it really keeps me on track with like different goals and our live schedules. And then I have just my own personal planner. And I actually do use a mid-year for both. So once we'll set up during our classes with Caitlin, I'll be using the planner that we'll be using continuously. That's the beauty of these, is that like, so then at the end of the year, we get to always see all the different amazing results. All of the times are in Eastern, by the way. So just so you guys know. This is the A5, yes. Natalie, we already have them. So if you go to our TikTok profile, you'll actually be able to see them. Yeah, those are already available. Honestly, it depends on the week. Sometimes I'll go all out like this, but sometimes I just keep it a little more simple so I'm not overdoing it. Because sometimes my hand gets tired, to be honest. Yes, I'm so excited. I saw you did that, Katrina. Katrina said I ordered more stickers, the Post-its, and a pink planny pouch the other day. Yes, that's so exciting. I saw your order and I was like, Katrina. Oops. That's not what I meant to write, but that's okay. Then we'll take our red pen. Have an amazing day, Jenna. Make sure to send me your planner spread. Then we're going to take actually the red pen. I like to keep a red pen still just so it draws my attention more. And I like to add in any pre-scheduled appointments, deadlines, events, anything I really don't want to miss. Ooh, Kay said I have light, medium, and dark blues, and it's pleasing to the eye. I can't wait to see it. Have an amazing day, Shauna. And then next week is our big classes with Caitlin. So I'm going to make sure that this stands out. Perfect. Sonia said yes. I know, it's so fun. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. There's no better feeling than starting a planner. There really isn't. Then, oh, I did that in the wrong spot. I wanted that actually here. Yes, right, Sunburn? Perfect. And you guys, that is how to set up your defined planner for the week. I want to make sure if there's anything you guys want to go over, anything you want to share with me, that we get the chance. This is our seashell theme, and it's organized. It also gives us enough space so if anything does come up, anything that's not planned, we can add it in as well. That's why I do like leaving a little bit of white space. I like to allow some things to play out. Angela said this is so helpful. Oh my goodness, that makes me so happy. Now I wanted to add in one more thing. I almost forgot. 12 o'clock, you guys, I ask everyone to send me their weekly planner spreads by Friday at noon Eastern. That way I can post a video at 6 p.m. Eastern on Saturdays with everyone's planner submissions. Sonia asked, which stickers have the water tracking? I'll just go ahead and pin them. They're number 8 in your carts, the accountability stickers. Yes, add it to your planners. Casey, that is exactly what I want you guys to do. I know Kimmy said, don't be like me. It was so cute because last week, Kimmy on here, it was literally Friday morning on a live. Kimmy was like, a reminder to everyone, send in your weekly planner spreads after I get off the live. And I'm like, wait, Kimmy hasn't sent me hers. And then I'm just going to add in, I always post our Define on TikTok live schedule at 10 o'clock on Saturdays. And then at 6 p.m. Now, all these times are in Eastern. Just keep that in mind. And the reason I did these in red and not black is because it does have that extra consistency factor. It does keep you like it calls it to your attention. The other thing I wanted to add before we wrap up is just some stickers. I'm going to go ahead and pin the ones I wanted to grab because this is a seashell theme, meaning summer. So I wanted to add some little beach icons. Let's see. I want to do... Oh, first let me just use up some of the OG pack. Oh, we can add in the little fireworks. And then these are so cute. Let's see, what else do we want to add in? I am obsessed with these pineapple stickers. I think they're so cute. Let's do a little beach bag action though, because this is a seashell theme. So have an amazing day, Natalie. I can't wait to see your planner. Wait, these are so, I love these stickers. Okay. Also, from the spring sheet, I wanted to add in the butterflies. Ooh, sunburn. What are you asking about? Oh my gosh, you're asking about the planny pouch. Let me show you this real quick, you guys. The planny pouch is one of the most popular accessories, actually. This one right here. So these are designed, there's two sizes. We have the small and the medium, 3 colors. We have blue, teal, and then pink. And I just want to show you briefly what these are. Let me grab the Midnight Galaxy, for example. So this is an A5 size planner. So you'll take the small planny pouch and you'll just wrap it around. And this is going to hold all of the different pens and highlighters. Specifically, I will be keeping the ones that we use today. That way I can easily grab and color coordinate with the planner spread. There's an inside zippered pocket for whiteout or little chapstick or anything extra that you need. It's the best. I'm obsessed. And then, let's see. Let me go ahead and... I wanted to go, I don't know. I got sidetracked. Let me just add in this one. I like the lemonade. I think that's so cute. And that is going to be a wrap on our planner for the week. We're going to put it right down here. Again, giving us enough space to still be able to add life's unknowns and things that come up throughout the week. Little reminders of that come up that we don't want to forget. And this, again, you guys, is a weekly planning session that we do every Monday at 11 a.m. Eastern. So tune in no matter what planner you're using and get ready for the week ahead. It also gives you a great opportunity to stay consistent. Kay said the quote is perfect for me this week. I hear that. Don't worry about failures. Worry about the chances you miss when you don't even try. That is such a good quote. I'm so glad you actually pointed this out. I'm going to highlight it, because this is that reminder to just kind of go for it. You know, you don't have to be afraid. Don't worry about what happens. And I will most likely be seeing you guys all for a little bit this afternoon to just go over all the different items that we have here at Define. So until then, I hope you guys have an amazing Monday and are navigating your days with purpose. Bye, everyone.